I saw a piece about why you should steer clear of grocery stores that do this. I'm going to give you an audio daily double clue. You got it, folks. This is a game.
I was in the business for 7 years, so I think I might win.
Oh,
you were a bagger.
Let's.
Yeah, and
You weren't in the business.
I was the head bagger.
Are you ready? All right, it is time for your audio daily double clue. Stay away from supermarkets that do this. Yes.
Plays music.
No.
What?
No, you gotta look a little deeper, man. All right. So stay away from a grocery store that does this.
I don't even know what they're saying in the beginning.
I don't either. Curious Olezos?
I've heard that
You've
song.
never heard the song Kyrie? Kyrie eleison?
I have, but
It's like a biblical religious thing. Kyrie eleison.
Yeah.
Kyrie eleison.
So,
Yeah.
This hint is dumb.
Yeah,
No, it's not dumb. Come on.
The road that I've traveled, Kyrie eleison.
Think of the band name. Think of the name of the band. God, you guys.
I don't know
You
who's
guys.
song.
You're not
okay.
good at hints anymore.
play
This
the
is
best of you
terrible.
You guys don't
Mr.
know
Mister?
this.
Mr. Mister?
Yes, Mr.
Okay, what would Mr. Mister have?
Mister.
Oh, I just figured it out.
What? Like, so what is it wrong? Why did I give this? By Mr. Why did I give that as a clue to stay away from grocery stores that do this?
That is such a stretch, but they're the ones that, stream out the misters over their fresh produce.
Yes.
That's a stretch.
What?
Oh my God.
Mr.
You went from Mr. to the little lightning sound effects and like it sprays water on the veggies.
How'd you come up with that, Roxanne?
Oh
That was
my God.
impressive.
Mr.
As the words came out of my mouth, that's when it hit me. I was like,
Yeah,
Mr.
God, that
Mister.
hit was
Haven't you
terrible.
been to the grocery stores where you'll hear and then the mister starts spraying water all over the produce?
I've been to a grocery store. Sometimes it plays "Singing in the Rain."
You know who? Oh, I've
Singing
heard
in the
that
Rain.
as well.
Yeah.
Now, you know who used to do that? Cash and Carry and Sweet Bay, I think, used to do that.
Look how that turned out.
Yeah. Well, this is what the experts say. In the produce section of your local grocery store, those misters that catch you right as you reach for that perfect head of broccoli, ruining your new silk blouse,
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
I've ruined many a blouses.
is something you should avoid.
Wet t-shirt contest on aisle 5
Oh,
in produce.
look at you, Roxanne.
Supermarket.
You got a couple grapes in there.
Little Mr.
Grapes.
You stop it.
Well, just as the nipples.
Oh,
Like, Froggy, stop.
Wow.
I'm not talking about hers. I'm just. All right, I take it all back.
80% of U.S. grocers use misters?
Wow, that's Publix never did when I was there.
I
Do
don't.
they? I don't know.
No.
I never see a mister at Publix, but experts are saying why you should avoid misters in produce sections because of bacteria. Did you just hiccup or you just give me what was that?
Okay, I was like a gasp that
Yeah.
turned into like a gasp in met a burp out, and it just kind of locked. But as you're talking about it, I'm typing in why they missed groceries, and one person points out a tasting table article that it adds weight to the produce. So you buy something by the pound, and you're paying for an extra ounce of stuff.
Oh man,
Well, that's a ruse.
yeah, shake that water all over the floor, creating a slip and fall hazard, and then
Then we call Kemp Rouge and Green.
yeah, your slip and fall team.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
And how do they keep it off the ground?
No, but guess what?
The floor.
You might have another quarter pound of water in that bib lettuce.
Right?
You shake it off.
Yeah, how many vegetables and fruits absorb water like that?
It sits on the leaf. It doesn't dry.
Well, the reason why, let me tell you why. Well, this is a long way to get here, but the reason, but I've been thoroughly entertained actually. The downside of misting produce is a couple of things. It's bacterial. The spread of bacteria, if the misters aren't appropriately cleaned, the water distribution lines, the misters dispense water. They consist of hundreds of feet of plastic tubing running through the store. The company Total Water explains that as a dead leg system. During off hours, the water just sits in the tubing while bacteria has its own happy hour inside the tubes.
Right, isn't that true for any water line, though?
And you know those jack turds that work at Albertsons aren't cleaning those things.
Right.
They're just like, "Well, leave it."
So-
Coupled with the fact that these lines are rarely disinfected, you can contract serious lung infections.
Jeez.
Anyway, there's a whole story on avoiding produce that use misters to keep it all. But also, I saw something else that the misting could actually reduce the life of the produce, that it could reduce how long it stays fresh.
So it's bad for the produce. It also sounds like it's bad for humans with these potential lung infections. So you shouldn't go over by when it's misting and like stick your face in it. Does that mean when you're visiting a very like dry climate like Scottsdale that you shouldn't walk through the misters either? Are the misters the bad thing?
No, I would not do anything with the Mister. You're supposed to walk away from these things.
I'll shop at Camp Lejeune groceries.
Oh, man. Did you have misted produce in Camp Lejeune from 1954 to 2012 or whatever it is?
Yes.
That's right, the whole Camp Lejeune water issue.
Camp Lejeune Brussels sprouts.
My God. Anyway, hey, news you can use, baby, on the MJ Morning Show. So now think twice about who uses misters. Does anyone, because Publix doesn't have misters.
Does Winn-Dixie do it?
I don't know.
I want to say maybe. I don't know. A lot of grocers do it. Some people think there's the illusion of it being more fresh.
That's it.
If it's glistening.
Yeah.
I
I meant to say that, but I forgot. That's right.
Okay.
Is that people think that maybe, it's got dew and mist on it. It's got to be like fresh from the field.
You know, sometimes I always like these stories, but I'm going to take this with a grain of salt. I like my produce looking dewy. I'm going to live in the bubble of not knowing anything that you just said, and I'm going to assume that mist water is clean, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Dewy.
Sure.
Why don't you just,
I like
tell you
dewy.
what, why don't you just put your mouth on the nozzle and just take in the mist right into your mouth?
You've just
Next time you're in a Mr.
Yeah.
supermarket produce section.
I'm not saying it's your fault, but that story just demystified something that I liked. I liked
Demystified?
the misters. Yeah. I've always been pro mister when I walk by it and see it.
Do you like Mr.
Yeah.
Mister? I thought my clue was fantastic.
All right, in hindsight,
worst.
it was a really good clue, but at the time, I was totally lost.
Mr. Mister, ladies and gentlemen.